Hello everyone, Derek's Damn Toys, and we are back with another action figure review. Today, we've got the Elite Series 121, Oba Femi, and well, I'm pretty excited to get into this. Of course, as you can tell, we have no plastic prison today, so we can actually get right into things as far as this one goes. Is I can't really remember the wave all that much for this guy. I think Carmelo Hayes is also in this wave. I might be wrong, maybe CM Punk. I'm not too sure. I'm not gonna lie. I can't exactly remember everybody in this wave. For the people who are curious, I guess I'll look it up real quick. I can't lie, I had to look it up anyways to see what wave he was in. But, oh yeah, this is the same wave that's got the new Austin Theory, Carmelo Hayes, Gunther, CM Punk, and Alba Fire, who is sadly released, so that will probably be her only WWE Elite unless they bring her back. But, anywho, I digress. Why don't we get into this action figure review? As first things first, I'm sure you can tell, he comes with two different sets of interchangeable hands. One set already pre-plugged into the figure, and that is his mic/weapon holding hands, and he also does come with a set of fist hands. Nothing too unusual as far as elites go. He's got some white wrist tape that goes over the knuckles on both hands. I want to say with these hands they're actually painted on, they're painted on the inside of the palm too, which is always a nice detail. These ones don't matter all that much. But you also got a little nice beaded necklace accessory here. I don't know why I just zoomed the fuck out right there, but nice accessory nonetheless. It kind of has a bad tendency of wobbling a bunch, which is probably why they had it rubber banded down in the packaging, but that don't really matter. And of course, this isn't the exact one, but he does come with a North American Championship. The one I bought did not include that, and honestly, I don't care because it has the Oba Femi side plates on that one, and while I don't want to title that as strictly just for Oba Femi, so I don't really care all that much. But yeah, you get the premise as far as accessories go. Let's move that shiza out of the way, and let's get into this action figure himself. Now, of course, this big beefy boy is looking pretty clean as far as the head scan goes. I don't hate it though. I'm not gonna lie, I don't ever recall him being this smiley ever, really, for a match. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know, it's a little cartoony, it's a little goofy, I'm not gonna lie. Of course, you do have his tattoo work here, which whatever the fuck that is, I'm not even exactly too sure. It looks like a skull with a hammer being smashed down on it. It's got a little crack in the skull, so that's kind of interesting. And you've got a lion over on this side. Pretty nice tattoo there. At least I could make that one out pretty relatively quick. I don't know if this is a new torso or not, but it's a newer sculpt to me. I'm not used to seeing this torso a lot, which I guess makes a lot of sense if you think about it. Of course, you don't see a lot of big beefy guys like Oba, but you've got a nice elbow pad here, open elbow pad at that, with some nice gold and purple decals on it. Not hating these elbow pads at all. Of course, they don't stay up on the elbow that well, but I don't even know if he really wore them on his elbow all that much. He's got some nice white wrist tape to match the white wrist tape on his hands though. The white on the arm compared to the hands looks like it's a little bit of a different color, I'm not gonna lie. But I digress there. You've got fairly close and similar logos on the elbow pads that you do over here on the tights, along with with along with some gold cross signs. God damn, I can't fucking speak for the life of me right now. But you've got the gold crosses with the purple in the background, whatever those letters or words are, and gold. You've got black tights for the rest of the way there. Not not like boring or anything, but not super like out there, you know? It's a nice simplistic wrestling attire. And I think they actually use like well, they're not elbow pads actually. That'd be dumb as shit of me to say. I might be as high as RVD saying something like that. But nonetheless, you've got some open-ended knee pads here that aren't on the knees. He never wears them on his knees, by the way, so I don't see why you try to move them if you do. But really nice here. You've got some purple and gold on there, along with the boots as well. And you've got these orange like rubber fur things that are also removable, so if you don't want them on there, you don't have to have them on there. I just chose to keep them on there because, well, it is the figure review after all. It makes sense. Though if I do use him in the Fed, I probably will not, use those little fur pieces because that's just kind of annoying to navigate around there. But yeah, overall, this figure is pretty solid. Posability on this thing is really good. I'm not gonna lie, I was playing around with it when I got it in hand yesterday. I just didn't choose to review it till now because, well, today's my birthday, so I wanted to have some fun reviewing some figures for y'all on my birthday. And yeah, honestly, my only complaint when it comes to this Oba Femi is its knees. This Oba Femi's knees are so hard to bend. Like, they're not that bad compared to some other modern Mattel figures, but boy almighty is it terrible, in all honesty. It really can be. But yeah, with that being said though, I don't know what else to say, so why don't we get him into his final pose and we can rank how we feel about this figure and just kind of say our final thoughts. Well, alrighty, you guys, now that we've got the figure all posed up, you can see here he's getting ready to choke slam Shelton Benjamin into Chad Gable. A pretty dope spot I just kind of thought of on the fly. I think it's something that Luchasaurus has done in the past, if not someone else who's big and wears a mask, maybe Mads Kruger. I'm not exactly too sure, but either way, I digress. When it comes down to it at the end of the day, this figure I think is a pretty top-notch figure. It poses up pretty well. Yeah, the knees are a little bit of a problem, but aesthetic-wise, it's pretty nice, though it could have probably used an alternative head scan, and I think, honestly, I would have fought for that more than getting a championship. Maybe that's just me. If I could have made things happen like that, I definitely would have, as I think a, menacing or a, standard straight face head scan for this guy would have worked a lot better than the smiling cheesing scan, though. I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'll warm up to it, maybe I'll hope with the next release they don't change the skin tone and they give us a head scan that's a little bit more grimacing. Maybe he's got like a snarl going, or just some shit that could set the differences aside, give us a reason to want to head swap the two, and hopefully they give us a reason to be able to head swap the two, because I know the basic is a different skin tone compared to the elite. I do not have the basic in hand to prove that, but I've seen pictures of it on Instagram and stuff like that, so take that as you will. But at the end of the day, either way, when it comes down to it, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would I rank this figure? Honestly, I'm gonna give him a good solid 9, and here's why. only have an issue with the knees, realistically. The figure kicks out well. It has everything else to it. The only thing that might be a little bit odd is that he doesn't have the upper bicep bands. If I recall correctly, he had similar, like, orange fur things that are on his boots on his upper arms. But honestly, if I really want to, worst case, maybe I'll just grab the fucking boogeyman arm things and put those on Oba and we could call it a day. Even though I don't know how well that'd work. But either way, 9 out of 10, really solid figure. Highly recommend you go pick this up, especially if you are a Oba Femi guy, if you are into collecting current NXT talent, and or maybe even past NXT talent, as we all know damn well this guy is going to go to the main roster, and he's going to make it big up there with the crowd. Honestly, this guy pretty much is going to become the next Brock Lesnar, and I thoroughly believe that, and I'm not the only one saying that either. But of course, it's not even necessarily that he'll be the next Brock, but he'll be the first Oba Femi, the first big bad dominant motherfucker to come from Nigeria, who isn't almost, not just a standard giant, but honestly, as I like to call him, the Nigerian Tank. And with that being said, well, if you guys would like to, feel free to like the video if you guys did like the video, but if you guys didn't, well, womp womp, I guess. But if you guys did like the video, feel free to go check out some of my other action figure content. We got quite a bit up on there. As of 23 minutes ago, we just uploaded the Austin and Colton gun action figure review. We actually got 2 people watching that as well, which is kind of neat. We got plenty of other stuff to go around as well. And we're actually currently in the middle of working on the pick fed here. So episode 16 is on their way. I didn't say that in the last video, but it's whatever. Either way, if you guys could, while you're at it, if you guys do end up watching another video or not, I don't know. But if you guys could, feel free to subscribe. After all, it is free to subscribe. And as of recording this, on my birthday, we are currently sitting at 466 subscribers, which is pretty damn nice to know that we are like fingertips away from that 500,000 marker. And I can only thank you guys for it. And I really do. So, thank you guys for helping me get there. Of course, I know I'm putting out the content for you guys to want to watch and want to subscribe, but at the end of the day, it's your kindness and your want to see more that keeps this channel going and keeps it growing. And it's great, honestly, it really is. And hopefully maybe before the new year, maybe even before Christmas, we can reach the new subscriber count goal. So if you guys could, feel free to do that. But if you guys don't, that's alright too. Either way, have a good rest of your night, day, evening, whatever the case may be. I don't know, because I'm not in your time zone, but if I were, would I be happy? I don't know. I don't know why I did a fucking accent there. I really don't. But either way, deuces, ooses, yeet.